Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for December 24th. In 1829, Gail Borden arrived in Galveston from New York to join Stephen F. Austin's colony as one of the Old 300. Borden proved to be a man of accomplishment. He developed the first topographical map of Texas. He and two associates established the telegraph and Texas Register at San Felipe de Austin, and he printed the Texas Constitution in the summer of 1836. He was also an inventive soul, obtaining patent number 15,553 for making condensed milk, which made him wealthy. Borden died in 1874 in Borden, but was buried in New York's Woodlawn Cemetery. Why would he be buried all the way up there? Well, I guess obviously that's where he's from, that's his family. But still, you did all this stuff in Texas? Start a new cemetery here, Mr. Borden. Your milk is still out there. Milk products still going. 1832, Sam Houston arrived in San Felipe de Austin, where he purchased a league of land, which was 4,428 acres, for $375. In 1854, Panna Maria, or Virgin Mary, the first Polish community in Texas, was established 50 miles southeast of San Antonio. Father Leopold, we're going to ruin this name, Mach Zygimba, had come to Texas in 1852 to minister to German parishes and later encouraged more Poles to come. The first immigrant group, including 4 of his brothers, settled at Panna Maria. The church there was consecrated in September 1856. Father Mach Zygimba is considered the patriarch of American Polonia. In 1868, Buck Taylor and Dick Chisholm were killed in a gunfight at Clinton in DeWitt County, which initiated the Sutton-Taylor feud. The Taylors were the descendants of Josiah Taylor from Virginia, and Sutton was the county sheriff who was backed by Reconstruction officials. Previously, the Taylors had killed 4 soldiers, and Deputy Sheriff William Sutton had killed Charlie Taylor and James Sharp in Bastrop for stealing horses. This Christmas Eve incident was a confrontation between Sheriff Sutton and the Taylors over the sale of horses. From 1866 to 1875, there were at least 15 deaths on the Taylor side and 10 on the Sutton side. The feud was largely between people who did not support Reconstruction and officials charged with enforcing the law. In 1883, the McDade Christmas hangings of 3 suspected outlaws took place. McDade had become a thriving train depot town, but following the War of Northern Aggression, the area became a stronghold for outlaws. In 1875, local citizens took the law into their own hands by hanging 2 suspects. The outlaws retaliated by murdering 2 vigilantes, which led to the hanging of a 3rd suspect. This vigilante outlaw feud continued for several years, capped by the Christmas Eve hangings. Then on Christmas Day, after the hangings, a gunfight in front of a McDade saloon left 3 more dead. This essentially ended vigilante justice, but violence continued sporadically until 1912. Over the duration of this feud, at least 26 persons were killed, about 2/3 of whom were outlaws, and 1/3 were local citizens, including a deputy sheriff. Well, there's one of those little stories that I think could be made into an interesting episode of Texas history. 1932, Harvey W. Kaler died in Big Spring. Kaler's paintings were of West Texas in transition, and his best works were of stampedes and trail herds. Many of his works are owned by Big Springs' Heritage Museum and local ranchers. 2 of Kaler's better-known paintings are Coming Up the Trail, that's at Kansas City Stockyard headquarters, and his Prayer for Rain. J. Frank Doobie called Kaler a significant and genuine Western artist, and Edward D. Eisenlohr, who was a respected Dallas artist in the 1920s, ranked Kaler among the greatest artists of the West. And finally, in 1961, the second AFL championship game was played at Balboa Stadium in San Diego, where the Houston Oilers defeated the San Diego Chargers 10-3. With this win, the Oilers had the first 2 AFL championship titles. All right, and that, my friends, was your Texas History Roundup for this Christmas Eve edition, December 24th. I hope y'all have some fun plans for the day, for the evening, with family and friends. And we will catch you back here tomorrow on that special day of the 25th. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and y'all take care. See you tomorrow.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.